Testing 1, 2. Is this working? We lose our stream. Okay. Stream is coming back online. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Alright, looks like we're back. And I'm going to resume what I was doing before. I'm seeing a lag on my video capture. Don't know what's up with that. Hopefully it's not actually happening. Let me do a quick check here. Lag on my video capture. I guess it's alright. Alright, so I was working on this JavaScript programming project, and then I got a massive headache. And I called my eye doctor to make an appointment to get computer glasses made. These are progressive glasses, and the prescription just never is right. They gotta hold it in a certain way to just make it clear. So I'm just gonna try to get this fixed once and for all. Let's see what we can do about that. So anyway, let's get back to the business here. Alright, so as we recall, where we last left off, I was working on getting this to mirror on this side, and we were getting someplace. If I restart this, so right now what I'm working on is just moving the renderer stuff over from one side to the other. So what's happening here, there's a delay of about a second before it actually kicks in and throws the camera data or the renderer data over. So it's resizing things properly, but now everything turns yellow because it's drawing these sprites way too big now. So the next step would be to actually move the camera data over. Yeah. I think before I do that, I'm seeing an error happening here in my console window that there's no message handler registered for state update. And that's because, there is none registered. So I'm just going to quickly register one here just to shut that message up. And Unisys. Unisys is my application. What is it called? State update. Function data. This is like a special messaging module that I wrote that will handle application data transfer between these multiple web apps and handle asynchronous data transfer back and forth. So it makes a lot of this stuff much easier to do. If I'm sending data from one to the other, I can just send a message and just know that it will get there, and then I'll also get a call back from the original caller if it hasn't happened. So at least I'll shut those messages up because they were irritating me. Look, no more messages. I'm just randomly consuming it. So the next thing I need to do is work on getting the camera data coming across. So right now I'm getting handling the world units. I'm handling no, I'm not handling world units. Now I need to get the camera data. This is going to be a little trickier, I think. How am I going to initialize the camera? The data that's coming across is I'm getting in my camera data object, which you probably can't see here. Let's see, this looks like a serialized... What is this all messed up? The 2D object is getting a bottom, far left, right, top, type orthographic camera. 2D object. So I think what I need to do is just pull this object data out. But I don't know why it's serializing like this. But maybe we should explicitly create something that will generate that. So in my capture code, I have some placeholder camera capture stuff. All it's doing is essentially dumping the camera. But instead, what I should do is pull out my own, just some of the properties. So the 3D camera has, that's odd, it has bottom, left, right. That's the 2D camera. And the 3D camera have this, the background camera. I guess these all have camera settings that need to come across. So let me just edit that. So for the 3D camera, let's start with the 2D camera. Or actually, let me order this alphabetically. Noink, noink. So my 2D camera, I am getting left. Actually, I don't even know what's in here. Let's just log this console. Let's do it on. No, that's where it should be. Console log VBCam 2D. Just see what that looks like. So I'm looking down here, right around here. It's an orthographic camera, and it's got a ton of this stuff. Oh, it's got quite a bit. A lot didn't seem to make it over here. Or did it? I'm just seeing what came across the wire. Proto, 2D object, proto. Well, most of it. Oh, now it's empty because I'm not actually sending the camera. But over on this side, we need to get bottom, which is where is it? This would be VP Cam 2D bottom, and left, right, top. Left will be the same thing. Oops. Left, right, top, and we need the position. I don't think we need the projection matrix. Or the scale. Now we can confirm this if we look up the orthographic camera setup in viewport, I think. New 3 orthographic camera. Yeah, we need near and far. I think that's it. Near. VP Cam 2D near far. VP Cam 2D far. I don't think we're setting anything else for this camera, but let's just check. There's 8 matches of this. I have all this setting. Yeah, that's it. We don't need the rest of the stuff. Let's just see what this looks like. Let's make sure that we're getting data. So I'm looking at the camera data again on the client side. The 2D camera, oops, isn't getting anything. It's getting an empty object. Why is that? Camera data cameras. That is the 2D one. Let me save this again just in case it didn't actually refresh properly. It seems a bit out of sync. Looking down here. Okay, now it's across. I don't think the server side refreshed. Or the client didn't refresh, or something didn't refresh. Server probably ran later. So I see the data coming across, so that's good. Let's fill in now the 3D. Cam 3D. And get the appropriate properties moving over. It's odd, we're getting a error with extending. Like while path already exists. Perspective camera. And from this, it looks like all we need, looking at my viewport code here on the right, is 18 different this has quite a few more properties. While I'm here, I'm just going to fill in the rest of these. Camera BG and camera screen. These are both 2D cameras. So they should all be the same setup. And for camera 3D, we need to get the... What are the parameters for this? Let me go and look up. 3 perspective camera. Oops. It's FOV, aspect, near and far. I don't want it there. Perspective camera. A badooping noise. Let's make sure no one's badooping at me. If it looks okay. I seem to be sitting farther away from the monitor than I usually am. Okay. Anyway, so these are the, we want to grab FOV, is that? Yep, FOV. And that would be FOV, VP, Cam 3D, FOV. What else do we need? We need aspect, near, far. Near and far, same property. Aspect is aspect really a thing? VP Cam 3D. Where's this the thing I'm calculating? Well, there is an aspect. I guess that's how it knows what the aspect ratio is. Then what? What else am I? Oh, there's the position. Wait, am I getting position? I'm not putting position out here either. Position VP cam 2D position. That's important. And there you go. And let's copy these again. BG and screen. BG. I swear that this. The double clicking on this seems a little. On this mouse seems wonky. So we also need position. Oh great. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's cam 3D. Come on, what's only double clicking not working? I think this Razer mouse just has a bad click button. It doesn't always register. Anyway, so I got position, far, near, far. What else do we have? Up, the up vector, which tells the camera which direction is up. Important when you're dealing with a 3D camera. This is a vector too. And look at. That tells me cam 3D. That's another vector. What else do we have? Let's find other references of cam 3D. I think there's 18 of them. Get framing distance. Position, aspect. Okay, so I think when we set the camera positions, we also need to call some of these, the viewport updaters. We need to at least call I think we need to call all of these. World units, world scale, world aspects. No, I think we just kind of update the cameras after we get this information back in. This is all based on the dimensions of the viewport. Viewport hasn't changed. There is an order then. That's probably important to note. So let me see. When I'm doing the render, we need to make sure, and the render changes, do this before camera. I think it's not necessary. No, it's not necessary. The candle camera changes. These are, you just make a note, dependent on viewport dimensions. All right, so back here in capture, capture, cam setup. That's everything. Oops. Again, this clicking is not working on me. I think this mouse is dying. What? Oh, maybe that's just my mistake. This cam 3D, I'm just making sure there's no properties that I'm missing. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I think that's all of them. So theoretically, we're getting all the camera data displayed, or not. Is there a bug in this? I should have this lint on save. Okay, here we're getting the camera data. So we have stuff in 2D. Now the position, that's, I guess that's okay. This is a proto object though. I guess that's alright. Don't really want to make a new object though. But I think I'm doing that. So 3D object, near, far, position, up. These are all objects too. Now, so long as it doesn't come over the wire that way, background object, position, right, top, screen. It's just the regular, I guess that's okay. That's only the prototype, so it's not really adding additional storage. I won't worry about it until now, unless it ends up being an issue. So now that with these camera things are coming in, on the render side we need to handle them. And let me make a copy of this. And copy it down to here, so I just have a reference on the screen. And where is it? And render, if we are getting camera changes, here's where we're handling our renderer changes. We want to do display cameras if display data a 2D. Oh, can't do it that way. Yeah, I should change this. Oh, right, sorry. Can I do it this? Can I actually do it? This is not good practice. I don't want to start a property with. No, that's all right. We'll do it like this. And what if var cam is equal to display blah. If cam, if it's a 2D camera data, what we want to do is set these camera values. And how's the best way of doing that? We have VP available, or do we? Wait. I should put this at the top. Dereference viewport, because we'll be needing it. A lot. So display data viewport got data display viewport. Let me put this back down here. Got display cameras. That'll be good for debugging. Oops. Now if check 2D cameras. If cam is what are the properties again? we want to set all these positions, and we need to access the camera. So viewport, I should just be able to grab it. I could grab it directly, or I could do it the right way. Let's do it the right way. Let's call this props. C props. If C props let's do your reference cam. Cam prompts, yes. Some declare. I'm trying to choose a shorten the variable that's still clear. Cam is equal to VP world cam 2D. I could just reach right into there and just grab that reference, but and then we want to set a bunch of stuff on this. Now, is there an appropriate way of doing that in Three.js? So here in perspective camera, let's look at orthographic. Uh-oh, did I lose my internet? Am I streaming? This thing just locked up. Is this just a dead link? Oh, I'm in, no, I'm not in the documentation route, that's why. So none of those links were active. It was a deep link, so, what's Chroma orthographic 2? Oh, these are demos. Reference, example. Oh, they've updated these. So I can set these all directly. Oh, what's this? Full XY width height. A sub camera. This is a new feature, I think. Alright, so I can zoom factor. Is that something? I think that's relatively new too. I don't remember seeing that. Anyway. So all the properties can just be set directly. So cam, what's the order? Cam position, that's a vector 3, I think. And this vector 3, I can do a set XYZ. Was it set? Let's see. Isn't there some fancy ES6 version of setting a whole bunch of properties at the same time? Anyway, my parameter properties are position, X cam props position, Y props position. Maybe I should make that. Maybe I should pack that a little bit better. I'll do that for now, though, even though it's ridiculously long. I guess I could do this. Style purists will hate me. What's a good way of doing this? I should just make these things shorter. Set cam, where am I? Cam bottom is equal to cam props bottom. Cam tiles bottom, left, right, top, near, far. Left, left, right, right, top, top, near, oops, near, far, far. And this should all just cleanly copy then. So let's check the 3D camera though. This is the 2D world cam. And so kind of want to do the same thing. So we're pulling the 3D property out. If cam props, we want to pull out the world cam 3D. And then we want to do the same thing, cam position set, except we have different properties. Oh wait, we have position, we have up and look at. Position, up. Then we have look at. Then we have FOV, aspect. We still have near and far. That's it though. I think those are all of them. And then for the other cameras, that's just all this stuff again. We have two of them. This is the BG camera. Display data is called, what's it called? BG screen. Oops. This should be BG. Here this says world background cam. And then I guess this has the same stuff. In fact, this doesn't change at all. It's all set. And then we need to check the screen camera. The ledger might complain about the way I'm doing this here. And the screen cam is called screen cam. And then all that stuff is the same. I guess I could make this, write a function that did this. Just copy the common. I mean, position is all common, but I'll reduce. Let's just do that. Let's make an interior function. What's my terminology for local functions? This is not. Screw it. I'll worry about condensing that. I should do it now. Let's grab some of these. I just want to make sure that I have. Let's factor out the common data from this. And that will be utility. Let's put this here. Copy common properties for 2D cameras. And let's call this function copy 2D cam props. Props cam 2D, and I'll find it again. So the render. So the top. And this would be, what did I just call it? You copy 2D camera. So this battery's ran out in record time. It's very annoying. Oh, these batteries suck. Another ruined session. Thanks to, yeah, I just noticed. Sorry. So, these long-lasting batteries, I probably shouldn't use them in the microphone, this microphone. Super annoying. So I'm putting these back. Apparently the high drain batteries don't maintain the voltage levels as long. They're good in flashes, but I guess they're not good in this type of electronic gear. Anyway, looking for quaternions. Yep, they're making all kinds of noise now too. Yep, it's not on. Alright, let's see if this will work. Testing. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. I don't know how long the audio's been out. What I was trying to figure out is like how to pull out the camera rotation data. I had assumed that for a perspective camera in 3JS, look at was a position. But actually look at as a function. And I've been overwriting it all these years with my own value and not noticing it because I've only used it once. So if I want to copy the rotation of the camera, I'm trying to figure out what the minimum data I need to yank out of the camera or the Object 3D object. I have no idea. But I don't know how 3GS internally represents its rotation, so I'm trying to figure it out. Let's see. I mean, it looks like there's a call that's rotation set from quaternion. So maybe if I can pull the quaternion data object, if there is one. Where would that be? So let me look back over here. What are the properties in Object 3D? This up, this... These are all private. Function... At some point these must be made available. Oh, okay, this is what it's doing. Quaternion is a value. Its value is quaternion, which is defined up here. So I should be able to just yank that out of there. Let me just see if there is a quaternion. Well, I didn't see it in the camera. What is in this camera? I see a matrix, position. Oh, there is quaternion. Okay, I forgot I saw that. So if I grab this quaternion out of here, and it seems to only have 4 values, all right, here goes nothing. So in my capture routine, what was that? That is hilarious. And one of the other developers just postulated that they may be updating the plotter 30 times a second. Which means instant optimization if that is the case. Because it's supposed to happen, I think once a second, if anything. Anyway, so what am I doing? I'm copying the quaternion over. I want to go to my capture function in development and grab, what was it? Here, I guess. Instead of lookout, we want to get quatern. No! I'm going to call it quad. And this should be VP Cam3D quaternion. Oh, will that really work? So then in my render routine, when I get the quaternion, this is now supposed to be I should do this. There's a cam, what was that routine called? Sound like set quaternion from rotation set, quaternion set from Euler. I guess the internal representation must be quaternions. And then the Euler is, I have no idea. I really don't want to know either. So rotation set from quaternion, and then if I provide a quaternion, I should be able to do something like this. If this is the same. This is because the GitHub source is different than the version of 3GS I'm actually using. Uff says on the YouTube, yeah, that's the point. Yeah. Honestly, I have no clue what you're doing. I'm just listening in the background. Yeah, these are good for background. Someone is working on something, so I should work. So at least I'm not working by myself. Noise. These are all archived. My virtual co-working playlist. A few people I have heard put them on for just that reason. So anyway, what I want to do is, I wonder if I can do this. Rotation set from quaternion, undefined sauce, where quad equals new 3, what was the syntax for new 3 quaternion? I guess I should look up what the syntax is for that. You might be able to just initialize it straight. Let's go back. Quaternion, and I can create it like this. Oh, looks good. Oh, wait, or I could just set it directly. Oh. What happens if I set the quaternion? Does it update automatically? Alright, because there should be already one in there. So it should be cam3D, cam quaternion set. Yeah. Set. I wonder if the copy will work. Copy value of Q to the quaternion. That's properties X, Y, and Z. We'll do it the verbose way. I think I can do cam props. X cam props, Y cam. Oops. What are the values in the quaternion? 3D perspective camera, quaternion. Oh, it's W X Y Z. W X. Assuming that came across. So I don't need to create a new quaternion. There's already one existing for the camera. And I don't need this, I don't think. Now let's see what happens. Let's save this again. What happens? Okay, so all those properties are set. And after I do all this, I need to do the final two calls. Now, update world cameras. Update cameras. Which is what? VP update world cameras. Then VP update viewport cameras. Does that work? Nope. Does it even do anything? Let's just save it again just to make sure. Nope. Okay. So let's see. So I got the display cameras. Oh, I also didn't set the 2D mode, did I? There's a way I do that. So set mode 2D. Where did I put that? That would be in game demo. Demo game. That's in 1401 games. Demo. Do I have a common setup for this? Nope. Game modes. Oops, wrong folder. Game modes. 9. Ship bullets. Set mode 2D. Maybe I have a default. So I wonder if I set the quaternion well, that shouldn't have been an issue. What I should have thought then was, I guess the sprite scaling is still screwed up. Everything got huge, actually, didn't it? All right. Let me do one check, though, and see. This call should be happening in the right place. What I'm not sure what's happening is if the sprites... Now, these aren't sprites, actually. Once I reset the world coordinates... This could be an order of initialization problem. So my theory is... Let me think. When the default setup for display client is to initialize 720, 360, 720. What happens if I change the render units to 12? Nothing changes. Which makes me wonder if this is being done correctly. Let me look at xrender initialize. Super initialize. So we had to look at render JS. Initialize. So in initialize. Initialize. So we are calling with render height. Wait a moment. Here it's called world units or mathmin render width render height. That's a bug too. World units. Here I'm calling it with render units. All right, another bug. I wonder if where did I pull this original? Where on earth am I using render units? In all these game demos. And this is not, that's another bug. 1401 games should use world units, not render units. And the reason why that's not showing up before is because I just happen to have them set to be the same here. And there's no property checking. I should just probably have it fail instead of picking a default in renderer. Because I picked something that would be nice and easy if you left it out, but I think you're going to force people to choose a render unit. That's the way it should be. Alright, so let's see, if I change now, okay, let's rerun this. Let's rerun this on the other side. And that should change. I said it should change. Come on, change. There, now I broke it. Oh wait, no, actually it's drawing differently. Oh. Alright, so those market spreads are being drawn way too big. Why is that? And let's see, the sprite in the middle, that's drawn small and then it gets big. Which I think is supposed to happen. These are not using the same render system anymore though. They look the same. Oops. Let's save that again. Rerun that again. It's resizing. Why is that so big? Maybe I'm not initializing it correctly. When I get render and I see a marker sprite, it's a mesh, I think. If I comment that out, I shouldn't see any of those yellow things. Yeah, okay. So an update mesh entry, maybe there's a bug in that. So let's see. DD object type subtype, if it's a marker, item radius. Oh. No, you'd think this would work. So marker pool, marker radius. You know, item radius. I'm saving it. It's a hack. How big is this? Console info, marker radius, item radius. So what should happen is when I'm doing the pool request, what's it doing? It should set the radius, which it's not. Oh, this is misnamed. Why is there an extra O in there? I don't think I have a set radius for marker sprites. This is like a really old class. Make marker sprite. Radius. Yeah, this would have to remake the... I would update this. Because it's being initialized. No, this is ridiculous. Here the radius is 1. So what I'm trying to figure out is what's making that radius. I haven't touched this in quite some time. Oh, maybe it's the zoom? No, that's not. What is that? I don't even remember adding that. So there's a surround and there's a circle. Why is the circle the same rate? Oh no, the circle shrunk down. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. This make circle. What does make circle do? It's part of Visual Factory. Material, mesh basic, new circle geometry. Uh-oh. That looks like a pain in the butt. I wonder if I can reset the size of the circle geometry just by calling it. Oh. Circle geometry. Did they provide such a call? No! Open controls. Okay. It's ORS is constructed. Built counterclockwise from a start angle and a given central angle. I wonder if I need to reconstruct this so I can just set the zoom on it. No, I don't think so. Let me try something. O is a object. It's a 3JS object. I believe there is something called zoom, object 3D. Oops, object 3D. Is it in this or is it somewhere else? Where did I see zoom? Oh, that was camera. Maybe scale? Object's local scale. I could fudge it with the scale, but I just want to see if it changes anything. Oh, scale. Oh, scale. Is it? It's numerable, it's a value. It's an interesting way of defining properties. So value. Scale is a vector. So I guess it would be scale set. What happens if I set this to 0.1, 0.1, 0.1? I think they'll crash it, but we'll find out. That doesn't look any smaller to me. Let's see, viz scale 0.1. I think I need to find a scale function. No, I did not. No, because I should rewrite this scale class. Zero 0.01, 0.01. What I'm trying to do is seeing if I can actually change the size that's being drawn at. It's being drawn too big when they're being instantiated. By quite a factor. By a factor of, it looks like 10 or 20. That's 720 divided by 12. 22. So I'm guessing it's an interaction between the render height. That means what happens if I set these starting values to be exactly the same as particle gain. Oops, that's not it. Default particles. What is the render setup for this? It's 762. Where did I put that? Display client. And I'm not expecting anything to happen. Now they're just getting drawn huge. So something in my initialization is screwing up. Oh, wait a moment. Is this it? Duh. Make marker sprite. It gets, I'm not passing the stupid radius to it, so it's defaulting. New pool. That's strange. Where am I saving this? I don't think that's going to work. Let me override that. What's 1 divided by 20 is 0.05? 0.5? Oh, no, I don't see it at all. 1? That's weird. Where'd they go? They're all being drawn in the middle. Or those are the dead ones. Not even seeing all the other particles. Okay. Alright, so some things to look at. Let me get a piece of paper. I need to be able to reset the radius of the marker sprites dynamically. Okay, so the 1401 bugs. Oh, I needed that piece of paper. Let's see. 1401 bugs. Look at, and then the render units. And then there's particles not establishing itself as main. Marker sprite. I knew that was going to be pinned to the S class. There needs to be additional properties. Need to have a rescalable. I probably can't just use a pool the way. Oh, I just saw something move. What was that? Oh, do you know what it is? Nope, the cameras are set up. Alright, so there's a couple of marker sprite has a number of changes. One of them is being able to set the radius. Again, right now we can't do that because the geometry is fixed at creation time. We also need to get the surround colors. Okay. All right, so some progress. Let me grab the... I think I had a hack in here also for the sizes. Where is it? Here's hack. This shouldn't be needed anymore because we have the cameras coming over. Oh, I spoke too soon. Set new, let's see, marker, sprite. So where's the movie? No. No, that is right. Markers. The new function. Let me set it to 1 before. Alright, so. It's 1/4 of the size it should be. But there's some bug I have with the creating the radius. It's here, it's being set to 0.25. What is the radius in particles? Radius. It would be, where is that? Where is the, I'm not familiar with this particular. How is this handled? Game modes, default particles. There's no modules. This is like a quick and dirty port just to make it work. Molecules construct. This is huge. Molecules construct. Oh no, what? Select, you piece of crap. Here. Where is this? Molecules set visible random. Make marker sprite. Actually, it is 0.2. So the radius isn't coming across, or it's not being set. So, okay. I need to figure out this thing. So how to express this problem. The problem is when we create a pool of marker sprites, let me show this as I'm writing up this boring thing. So far, things are mirroring at least. When creating a pool of marker sprites in the display list module, need to reset the radius. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. It's gonna be slow too. Need to reset the radius of each one. But that's only at creation time. Once they're created and stable, it should create a huge load. So I think that might be okay. Right now, the radius is coming in as in our renderer. Let's take a look at that. In the render routine, it gets this big giant chunk of stuff. What happened here? Oh. Cameras, visuals. If it's a mesh, update mesh entry. It is assigning marker pool is getting marker radius. That's not being overwritten. Marker radius should be coming out. It is being, oh, they're different sizes. Yeah, we're gonna have to resize them on. When we do the pull request, set radius here. Need to write set radius for marker sprite, so it's possible. And then we also have to grab the sub-visuals. Right. So that's what needs to happen with that. At least this is starting to look right. There's still a few other things I need to come across, like the, I guess whatever these things are. But those are regular meshes. The initialization for that should be pretty straightforward. Let's check B's just to see. So here in default particles, the way I'm using this is I have my display list module. Let's pull up the B one. Was it bsim? Theoretically, the way I've written this referee flowers. Oops. This is playback. Display list. I think that's what I called it. Default particles, display list, display list. And there's only 2 calls. I need this. And that's the entire thing that should ship. When does this get called though? I think in the update routine. Here's the update. Yeah, an update. So in bsim, assuming I have an update function in this, but who knows? API handle. There's an handle update. I should be able to just do this. Display list test. And that should, okay, now save that bsim. If I slip this, I'll be really happy if this actually does what I think it will. Crash! Whoa! Okay, that's because of my initial, setup. Let's resave that. Okay, let's just get too big because for bsim, my initialize it setting to a different render widths. That's 1,000 and 1,000. So where is where's display client? Let's make some notes here. This is for particles. So there's clearly a bug. Default. It's supposed to send all this stuff over. 1,000. Oh, I don't think it's probably because I don't have the. No, it didn't work. Save it again. Oh, it's because I'm overriding it like an idiot. Yeah, so that's some dead bees there. Those are being created and not hidden. And I don't know why that's over here. Let me pull up the teacher app and see if that does anything. Actually, oops, what's going on? Looks like something's crashing on this side. Untyped coding, index of undefined, settings 304. Oh, this is crashing in the initialization. I wonder what happened there. Okay, it's, oh, the flower, there's probably stuff in these flower sprites that's special. Something's crapping out. Settings 304, where is that? This is being called by texture check. Is URL. So it's trying to request the sprites. It's crapping out in here. And here as well. That's too bad. I was hoping this would work as is. Or is it? It's kind of working. But it's like I think it's lost its IDs. Anyway, let's see what happens if I go to localhost, and go to the teacher app. Let me refresh this. And see if I can switch maps. I should have made everything change over, but it's not doing anything. What could be wrong? The display list not coming over. Let me check over here. I don't see anything obviously wrong. Oh, it seems to be delayed. Maybe there's something weird with the way that this app updates. Flower background pong. So it's moving. Update sprite entry, delete. So it looks like it's handling the background deletion. Loading those files. Blank field. That's a different graphic, or it's drawing different stuff. What are those yellow things? Huh. Strange. What is that? Oh, it's kind of working. Oh, I wonder if I'm not seeing it because this is actually not scaling. Right. Blank field. I'm not sure this thing actually works. Why are these drawing here? I think this will be underneath the B's. Oh, those are sub-sprites that are not being hidden. Because they're controlled by something else. I think that's what that is. So, it's going to be a problem. Alright, so I need to fix the initialization. Of the renderer for all users of the display list module. If I switch back to particles, does the system recover? Sort of, but the resolution, oh, actually it did work. You know, I wonder if it's screwing up because I'm not having it set the display port stuff. But actually, that's kind of gratifying that it just switched. If I could switch back to display server, At least that resets. The system is kind of working. There's just like these special cases with marker sprite. If you get marker sprite working, it's probably going to be a day or two, maybe more. And then there's the whole, assuming I can fix the resolution thing. Anyway, it's 6 o'clock. What time is it? How long have I been working on this? I'm going to call it a day, I think. You know, again, it's maybe I'll come back to this later, but there's some other work I need to do. So I will call that a wrap for now. Made some progress. I'm going to write this stuff up in my journal. Write the issues into my 1401 repo. And then I think I'm going to eat dinner and knock off for the... Well, I had to go do my product listing stuff. That shouldn't require as much thinking. I just need to add things together. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll merge this with the previous one. Sorry that the audio dropped out. Don't use those high capacity rechargeables. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh wait, before that, we can initiate party mode. Is that working? Yeah, all right. Okay, now the day is officially over.